And so we put like marble track or Rube Goldberg machine.
All right.
And then none of the ones that we picked fell into that category. They were no's and some's. And so then when we took out those two, they all became yeses because then we're not telling them what to do.
Oh, okay. And that's actually part of the magic of my job, is that we set up this framework, and then we don't tell your teachers and principals what to do. We have them start to think about it on their own. And that's where creativity comes from, right? And that's a lot more fun than just being told what to do, isn't it?
Which is exactly what you said
I don't
earlier.
know
Yeah.
about you, but I always hated being told what to do, and I still kind of don't like being told what to do. And so part of the magic is just leaving it a little bit open and letting people jump in and figure out how they want to take a spin on it. So that's a really, really good invention.
Did you come to this like super quickly? Was it the first conversation?
No.
How long was that?
The first of 3.
That was almost 2 hours. That was a lot of conversation. That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, what's the first thing on the Golden Circle? What was the first thing you jumped to?
Huh?
What's the first thing you jumped to on the Golden Circle?
Why?
The first thing you guys jumped to.
What?
What?
And then we looked at a picture and it said always start with the Y.
And we've talked about that quite a bit, right? We're always looking at our why, but all of a sudden now that we're planning for other people, our first thought was to jump to the what. And then it reminds me of what you said earlier when you shared out with the group. Can you remind us of that about the power?
What?
Remember you shared to the whole group this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, so what I shared was we were talking about kind of the how the teacher was like controlling all the kids. And so what I thought was that if you have the power to do something, you should still listen to the people you have power over.
Hey, that's a really good statement. Nice idea. Just remember that.
What's the next step now?
Then we were working at the how. The next thing we did was how, so we went in the wrong order. We instead of going why, how, what, we went what, how, why. So then that didn't help us a bit because we need to know why we're doing it, and then we can figure out the how and the what.
And we're going to share this with Simon Sinek because he's pretty pumped about this.
And then what they did also figure out, because we've been working a lot with Bloom's Taxonomy in our classroom, it's on one of these sheets, we looked at it, what they wanted for their end product, because that's what they chose for their what, and where that fell on Bloom's Taxonomy after all of this unit. Can you tell them about that?
Was this when you were still thinking about the Rube Goldberg or?
Can I go get some more water? Because when we were doing that, we thought that the endpoint would be understand physics right away, but understand is at the very bottom of it. So then we want to try and figure out how they can be at the top. So we changed it for create, so they can create a project they can create a project on their understanding of how they understand it our unit. So that's how we put the create.
So would you rather, with this chart here, would you rather take a test that just shows how you understand, or create a project that shows your understanding?
Create a question.
Right? And which one's more fun? This isn't too bad of a day for you then, is it?
And the beauty is that they're involved in a lot of this already.
Yeah.
I figured they would be. Yeah.
They're just now thinking about how to create that for others.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And how, even though it might look easier,
It's actually hard.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I just got that on video.
You really have to have.
Can you come into my evaluation later when I have an evaluation with Miss Schrader?
You'd help her out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So,
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
thanks for sharing this.